All right, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wonderful people, lovers of freedom all over the world. So I'll be dropping couples of videos this morning, on critical things that is trending in Biafraland. Now, the first video I'm going to drop is a very critical video. Most of you might have actually seen it. The video of the Usaid. This whole USA sponsoring terrorism in some countries, including Nigeria, as exposed by Dodge. It has actually is actually the most trending video currently. Now, I am actually surprised that so many people are surprised about this current trend, because right from the time of Nnamdi Kanu, he has been saying it. He has been exposing the United States, and how they've been funding terrorism, which has led to a lot of incessant buying, and genocidal attack in Biafraland. They gain from this. It is actually unfortunate that they are being exposed at this point in time. This is the same thing Nnamdi Kanu has stood for. This is the same thing that Èkpá has stood for. Yet they are fighting Èkpá, they are fighting IPOB, they are fighting Brigi, they are fighting the United States of Biafra, they are fighting the Biafran Defense Forces, who are defending their land. Why these people are funding terrorism to a particular level? You see, the word has been sold. The word has been sold to a particular set of people. That is why it's as if this person has taken his own territory. This person has taken his own territory. This person has taken his own territory. It is either you key in to what they want, or they team up and destroy your own territory. This is actually, what is just happening in the world. That is why, people who raises their voice to speak out the truth are being seen as a big threat. For example, Simon Ekpa. He's seen as a threat today because he decided to fight the injustices of the world, starting from the zoo. Just last week, we saw, Nnamdi Kanu, exposing the zoo government and their judicial system. In fact, exposing the whole country. But since that exposition and since that clarity that it is now, obvious to the whole world that this man is being held against the law, against his will, despite the whole kidnapping and injustices, being meted on him. Yet, mention any, reasonable international community that have actually come up to speak up against these injustices, against humanity, and against this man. None. Because Nigeria is still playing to their gallery. Nigeria is giving them what they are, what they want at this point. That is why they cannot stand up for the truth. The major person that feeds this set of people is Donald Trump. But meanwhile, watch this video. Then we'll go further into, a critical video of our mothers who, have been crying for the past how many weeks because of, the incarceration that they are getting, in their own land. Biafran men are being pied on daily basis. Innocent men, or in the name of Magune Chamber or whatever, Soludo and his criminal boys have decided to continue to buy innocent young men, all in the name of fighting insecurity. Insecurity that they have contributed to. I'm not going to talk much. Watch this video and we'll talk more on these critical issues later on. Enjoy.
Does that name ring a bell to anybody in the room? because your money, $697 million annually, plus the shipments of cash funds madrasas, ISIS, Al-Qaeda, Boko Haram, ISIS Khorasan, terrorist training camps. That's what it's funding. If you think that the program under Operation Enduring Sentinel, entitled Women's Scholarship Endowment, which receives $60 million annually, or the Young Women Lead, which gets about $5 million annually, is going to women who, by the way, if you read the Inspector General's report, is telling you that the Taliban does not allow women to speak in public. Yet somehow you're believing, and American people are supposed to believe, that this money is going for the betterment of the women in Afghanistan. It is not. You are funding terrorism, and it's coming through USAID. And it's not just Afghanistan, because Pakistan's right next door. USAID spent $840 million in the last 20 years on Pakistan's education-related program. It includes $136 million to build 120 schools, of which there is zero evidence that any of them were built. Why would there be any evidence? The Inspector General can't get in to see them. But you know what? We doubled down and spent $20 million from USAID to create educational television programs for children unable to attend the physical school. Yeah, they can't attend it because it doesn't exist. You paid for it. Somebody else got the money. You are paying for terrorism. This has got to end. I yield, Mr. Chairman.
Ndị nna anyị ma ndị nwunye eji ụmụfe eji since 28th of January ndị agụ na-eche mba bịa n'ime ọfịa ụmụ ojii we akpọkọrọ ndị difa since 28. So on watch ya na afọ na o si wee dị ebe anyị na ya na ụmụ ojii. So anyị malụ ndị anyị agwọ n'ụkwụ n'ebe a since 28 ekwela ka afọ difa anya ka ụwa niile na-anụ ịkpụrụ mmadụ no investigation ma ndị nke asị na-agbagbu ka ụnụ na-afụ ma ụmụfa na ebe a some of them so emesịa ka anyị malụ ndị anyị ajụ nwa ajụ ịghọtago ihe a na-eme n'ụmụ ojii n'iruru egbe ụmụ ojii mma ya ka mma tobe nna Ọkọnkwọ mantali ma nwunyefa ndị nwunyefa ọrụ amago na ọ bụla onye ọbụla ka anyị emesi interview so anyị kpọpụta mmadụ one na one anyị ajụ afa kedu ife na-eme biko since 28th of January Tuesday n'ọkọ ọfịa e kidnap ndị di ha a na-ekwu ebụla okwu ka abịakwa ọnụ ka ama ndị agha kpọpụta nwa wee mee interview ụmụ Igbo unu nezi anya ebe a unu ga-afụ ndị nna anyị ma ndị nwunye eji ụmụfe eji.
Two things, only two, nothing else. Is either she succumbs to the threat of Malami and co. Malami and his criminal gang that ruled Nigeria for 6 good years with an impostor in the name of Muhammadu Buhari. Is either she succumbs to their threat or she will hands off this very case. And it is very, very soon. It's going to happen very, very soon. This is not a prophecy. This is going to happen. This is reality. It's going to happen very, very soon. Whether they like it or not, it's going to happen. I'm telling you, I'm assuring you today. The time right now is exactly 48 minutes past 8 p.m. here in Biafraland, in the land of Chukwokika. I am not a prophet, and I am not expecting or planning to be tomorrow. But take my word for granted at your own peril. Let's continue. Now listen. Binta Nyako is in a very tight corner. Her hands are tied. She doesn't know what to do. In the year 2017, when Binta Nyako made her first rule that Nnamdi Kanu has committed no crime. Listen, in the year 17, when Binta Nyako granted Nnamdi Kanu bail and said that Nnamdi Kanu has committed no offense. No offense. Because Nigeria is signatory to the law, to the international and local laws, to the international and African charter that guarantee every oppressed people to fight for their freedom. Both African Charter Article 3, Article 20, Article 20, between 1, 2, and 3, it stated that every oppressed people will have the freedom to fight for their freedom from the oppressor. And it called it liberation struggle. That is the word used by the African Charter, Article 20, 1, 2, and 3. If you go there right now, you are going to see it. It is written boldly there. And Nigeria as a country or as a state is signatory to that very charter. So Binta Nyako is fully aware that Nnamdi Kanu has committed no offense. That is the reason why she discharged him in the year 2017. She granted him bail in the 2017 and made it public that this man has committed no offense. That is the first time she said that Nnamdi Kanu has committed no crime before she was threatened. Now, look at what happened here. This is exactly what happened. And this is from the official website of EFCC, the Economic Financial Crime Commission. Listen, I am giving you direct, don't ask me evidence because this is the evidence. This is the official website of the EFCC, the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission. Is from their official website. I am not reading from any zoo newspaper. Now, having shown you this, I want to let you know that what you are seeing on your screen right now is the crime that was committed by the husband of Justice Binta Nyako. His name is Murtala Nyako. His name is Murtala Nyako, the husband of Binta Nyako. He was the former governor of Adamawa State. They are from Adamawa State. Murtala Nyako and Binta Nyako. And then their first son, Abdulaziz Nyako, who served under his own father as a commissioner, as a minister, under his father. They colluded together and stole Adamawa State dry. But the one that EFCC has evidence of is the one that they stole 29 billion naira fraud. 29 billion, that is the one, not all the money that they stole, but the one that EFCC has evidence of. And the man was arrested and, of course, imprisoned. Not really prison, but he was put behind bars for quite some time, and he was bailed why the case is still in the court since 2021 till today. Nobody has ever mentioned that very case again. They are using the case to threaten Binta Nyako that if you fail to jail this innocent man called Nnamdi Kanu, we are going to jail your husband and your first son. 29 billion naira fraud, the one that EFCC has evidence of. Not all the total money that was stolen, because this man and his first son stole Adamawa State dry in dollars. So they are using it. Malami, who is in charge of Nnamdi Kanu's case, not even this idiot from Yorubaland, not even this current so-called Minister of Justice of the Federation, not even this one has nothing to say. The current Attorney General of the zoo right now is just a puppet. He has nothing to offer. He has nothing to say in the case of Nnamdi Kanu. The case of Nnamdi Kanu is still in the hands of Malami, Abubakar Malami and his criminal gang. These are the people who are in charge of Nnamdi Kanu's case, not this Yoruba man. Yes, they are just use that man as the picture. They just put him there. But he is not the one who is in charge of Nnamdi Kanu's case. It's Malami and co. I also want to use this medium again today, being the 10th day of February 2025, to send another message to just Binta Nyako, because when you put that justice there, it looks like somebody who has integrity. She has no integrity. Her family has no integrity, because all the crimes being committed by your husband and your first son are in the public. There is no integrity. So, Binta Nyako, I told you on the 21st of April 2024 that the best thing for you to do is to hands up the case. And by the time Nnamdi Kanu told you that he is no longer confident with you and your operations, you actually did the same by handing off the case, by handing off your hands from the case. And today, the same people who want to use you to convict an innocent man because they are threatening you because of the crime that your husband and your first son committed, tell them that you can no longer continue. Because the more you force yourself in this case, the more you expose yourself and the criminality of your family to the public. So as early as this moment, tell whoever that is threatening you that you can no longer continue. They can go ahead and do whatever they want to do. It is better that they do not push you to commit something that your generation will suffer till eternity. It is better that they jail whoever they want to jail, whether your husband or your first son, for crime that they truly committed, than to pushing you to commit a heinous crime, a sacrilege, abomination that your entire generation will suffer till eternity. Binta Nyako, this very message is for you. I will not talk more than this. Now, having said this, remember I said I'm going to open the line when the time comes. I have two messages for two people. I will first of all send the first message to those who are in charge of the Biafra army, the Biafra armed forces. I am not going to mention anybody's name because the other people say they are in charge, while the other people say they are in charge. So whoever that is in charge of the Biafra armed forces, I want you to know, no Orejigo. Ugo ebelugo na mgbawu. Ugo ebelugo na mgbawu. Now, I have a message for you. Pay attention, please. Binta Nyako today, 10th of February 2025, adjourn the case of Nnamdi Kanu indefinitely. Pay attention, please. Pay very, very good attention. I hope they are all listening right now. Nyako, I repeat, has today, 10th of February, on the case of Nnamdi Kanu indefinitely. Do you know what that means? Indefinitely, meaning that there is no day of trial, there is no day of any court case, we are not expecting to see Nnamdi Kanu anytime soon. We are not expecting to see Nnamdi Kanu anytime soon because Nyako has adjourned the case indefinitely. And because of the uproar today and the fight, the battle at the court today, I do not see Nyako. Thank you, my brother, Emmanuel Remiju's channel. God bless you. And of course, God bless everybody who has been commenting. I thank every one of you. Now, listen and pay very good attention to this. Very, very important. Nnamdi Kanu may not be seen anytime soon until, because I don't see Nyako coming to court because of this case again, because of what happened. The shame today was too much. So I do not see Nyako coming to court for this case again, not even anytime soon, but again. So therefore, there's going to be an eternal battle. This is a message. This is a message to those who are in charge of the Biafra armed forces. Pay attention, please. Nyako is not the way I see it, although threat is too much on him, on her. I don't know, she might say, okay, I will come tomorrow. But I do not see her coming back to this case again. So, since the case of MNK has been adjourned indefinitely, meaning no date, no time, anytime every well, this is the time we need our army now. I don't want to go back to what has happened in the past 2 months, since January, end of December, January, and this new February. I don't have to be talking about it because it's already everywhere, how the zoo is coming here to take over our land. I don't want to say much because it's already in the public. How Asawana of Asari Dokubo that we chased away from our land when our PM is here with us. We chased them away, buyed a lot of them because they are terrorist organization, chased the remaining ones. Today, Asawana is everywhere in Biafraland, especially in Imo State. By an innocent Igbos, Asari Tokumbo, who found the Asawana terrorist group, not even sworn, he promised, he told them, buy anybody you see at sight. This Asawana came with anger of Asari Dokubo. Anger of Asari Dokubo against Nnamdi Kanu and against Èkpá. Asawana carries the anger of Asari Dokubo against Igbo. They have this Asawana. I want you to pay very good attention. I'm telling you what is happening on ground now. Asawana has no business whatsoever with Biafra Liberation Army. Pay very good attention. Asawana has absolutely no business confronting the Eastern, confronting the Biafra Liberation Army, BLA, because they know that they can't confront them. Do you know what Asawana is doing in Imo State, in Olu, in Okigwe? Do you know what they are doing? In the old Imo, they enter village, they buy people. Anybody they see outside is a suspect. They gun them down. In the past 1 month. Asawana, in conjunction with the Zoo terrorist army and police, have been wreaking havoc in our land, both in Anambra, in the old Anambra and old Imo, especially within Ihiala axis. They go into villages, they buy people, they don't want to know who you are. Those who, especially the vulnerable Igbo Biafrans in those areas. That is what Asawana and Zoo terrorist army have been doing. For the past 1 to 2 months now, it has been happening. And then the evil politicians will come on air, on television, to tell you, since Mazi Simon Ekpa when Subu, since Ejime arrest, if you see the kind of calmness in Igbo land now, it is a lie. The calmness they are talking about is because the Biafra armed forces is no longer active. Our army is ineffective, is ineffective, is not functioning. I'm telling you the truth. I am telling you the gospel truth. Our armed forces is ineffective, so therefore nothing is going on. That is the reason why the criminal politicians from Igbo land will go on air to tell you, since the arrest of Simon Ekpa, if you see the calmness in Igbo land now, there is no calmness anywhere in Igbo land. It is even worse than before, as I'm talking to you right now, because these people are now buying people unchallenged. Unchallenged. They are buying people unchallenged. And these evil politicians will never speak about it. Rather, they will come and tell you, calm has returned in Igbo land. It is a lie. The calm they are talking about is because our army is no longer effective. The only way they are effective now is when the zoo, the zoo army, try to go and look for them where they are stationed in the forest. Then some of them will be lucky to buy some of the terrorist army and police. It has never been like that before. Before is that you cannot come to our village. You don't even have to come to the bush to look for them. You cannot come to our villages and buy our people and go back alive. It was never like it. It has ever happened. It's happening only now, not before. Now they will come here, buy innocent Biafrans, our women and children, and they will go back unchallenged. Anya milina bam nanya. So our people are busy doing saga online. Those who are listening and praising sagacious individuals on social media will be busy writing comments, telling them right on, while our people are being paid on a daily basis here in Biafraland. It is a big shame. I am quite disappointed. So my message to them who are in charge of the Biafran security is to step up the game. Step up the game. Step up the game. Now that Nnamdi Kanu's case has been adjourned indefinitely, it is time to break the jinx. It is time to break the hands of the zoo. It is time to give it to them. Woto, woto. Woto, woto. It is time to raise the bar. It is time to raise the bar. It is time to raise the bar. Everybody said everybody who comes online talks about Biafra Liberation Army. So Biko, we want those armies that everybody is talking about to be active now. Now, not tomorrow. Now. Now, now, now. If we fail to do something right now, especially now that this case has been adjourned indefinitely, in the next 2 years, we may not even see the appearance of Nnamdi Kanu in the court. I am saying it today. Mark today's date, 10th of February 2025. But take my word for granted at your own peril. The case has been adjourned indefinitely. If we fail to do something right now, be rest assured you are not going to see Nnamdi Kanu in court even in the next 2 years. Because the only thing the zoo wanted is to silence him. So if the case is not going on and he is being abandoned in the custody, the zoo has nothing to lose. Pay attention. The zoo has nothing to lose. Are you listening? The zoo has nothing to lose. So it is time for us to step up the game. Those who are in charge of the security of Biafra, you are the one that I'm talking to. Because the two, should I call it two government? The two people or two groups who are, fighting for or talking about the Biafra restoration. Everybody is speaking about the Biafra Liberation Army. So who are in charge? We don't want to know who is in charge, but I know who is who. So if anyone that is effective fighting the zoo, giving it to them woto woto, I will come here and tell you, my brothers and sisters, oh boy, dota, boy, a push our army. Let us support him or her. I remain the same person I told you that I am. And I can never, ever be bullied into succumbing or doing what I don't want to do or something that is not right. Now, having sent this message, very, very clear message to everybody, all people who are talking about the Biafra Liberation Army, Biafra Liberation Army, Biafra Liberation Army, that this is the time we need them to act. The zoo must receive it woto woto. They have been parading themselves here, parabolating everywhere in our land, unchallenged. It must not continue. It must not continue, especially in this critical time that Nnamdi Kanu's case has been adjourned indefinitely. The zoo will stand to lose nothing if he remains in their custody for the next 2 years without any trial. Now, having said that, the last message I have is for Adadi Oramma. I will call you by your name. I believe that you are listening to me right now from your location. Please pay very good attention. I have a message for you. In the beginning of this whole thing, I was the only one who made a move, who put a call across, sent voice notes to Mazio Genkere and Dr. Ngozo Arabueze, calling them for a meeting to settle this very matter. Pay attention, please. Because this very word that I'm about to say right now, or this very message that I'm about to send, I will not send this message again. This is going to be the first and the only time I'm going to do this. I am the only one. I did not say I am the person. I said I am the only person, only one person who put call across to these two individuals, calling them for a meeting so that we can be able to settle it. Even before that, move that I made, I was already on live broadcast calling them to settle the matter inside instead of bringing it outside. And then when I didn't see any move to settle it between themselves, I called, and of course, I sent a voice note calling them for a meeting to resolve the matter. It is quite unfortunate that position and money has made our people to look down on those who paved the way for their success. It's quite unfortunate. Let me repeat. Position and money has made our people to neglect and look down on those who are supposed to be seen as heroes, those who pave way for their success. Position and money. Because I can't listen to anybody. Who are you to listen to? Are you richer than me? Are you more educated than me? Are you wiser than me? I have traveled. I've traveled far and wide. I am bigger than you. So who are you to talk to me? This is our problem.